Hi and welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today I want to say a shout out. I want to say thank you to iTori for recommending me this Kiss acrylic French tip. I haven't wore Kiss French tip in so long, and part of the reason why is because this part where the French tip is, after you have it on for a week or so, it starts to fade off or it'll chip off. So when she messaged me and say, have you tried the acrylic before? And if you haven't, please do a demo on it. I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know there was an acrylic one out there, or I must have just passed by it. And usually I don't try to pay attention to the French because I really love the look of them, but can't repaint them perfectly like this. But as you can see, this is the full set of the French acrylic tip. And one thing I'm gonna say right away is it honestly really do look like a $50 full set. It actually even looked better than the acrylic. It looks like a gel French acrylic set if you were to go to a salon and get it done. One thing that I did notice compared to the regular French tip is that it's a little bit thicker. So I could kind of tell where they put the acrylic is right at the end. Also, the way they make the nail bed on this is such a beautiful snug when you put onto your nail bed. So if you're like new to trying press on nails, this might be a perfect set for you to demo. I know that the white part for the acrylic has lasted me a little bit longer than my other set that I wore before. Also to Linda, I know you've been struggling trying to find the press-on that will fit your bed nicely, especially if you have petite fingernails. I think this is that set that you should actually go out there and give it a try, especially if you have small nail bed, because they have very, very small size. Like I got the short, and then there's even the extra short. Just like this. And then you find the numbers right on top. And for Cameo, if you're still watching this video, I know that it's really hard to try to find a press-on nails that's nicely thick but not look so fake. This is that set for you. I'm telling you, you've been struggling trying to find something that just won't pop off or doesn't feel too thin. When I took this out of the kit, I thought of you right away. It's a lot thicker, but yet still look really beautiful and natural. They didn't make it way too long. And if you do want the long one, they do have that version. They made it perfect where it's so natural and it's still easy to tie. If you want to know how to apply this on and keep it on for at least 3 weeks, then continue watching the video. So here is what the kit looks like. There's 28 pieces in the box. And what you're gonna get inside is the glue and a small little file also. I don't necessarily use that because it's too small to work with, especially if you're for a beginner. I highly recommend to go buy one of these, a buffer, a cuticle clipper. And the reason why you need this is you want to clean out your cuticle, make it look as beautiful as possible before you put your press-on nails, and it'll last a lot longer. You also need alcohol, some cuticle oil, or some really good organic coconut oil. So here's what you're gonna get out of the box. Their little kit that I never use. The packaging will show that you'll get a glue. This is actually one of my favorite press-on nail glues, the only one that stays on my nail the longest, even though I've done with so many different types. Now I'm very curious because I wore press-on French before, but never the acrylic version of it. So let's see if it actually will stay on longer. And that's the reason why I haven't worn French in a while, is because this part fades off when you're typing, you're doing a lot of hands-on work. I could tell that it is a lot thicker, and it actually do look like an acrylic set. So this one, they made it even more advanced. As you can see, the number is printed on here, so it'll make it easier when you do need to apply. They did a really good job with this kit. So I'm gonna match my numbers to all my finger, and then I'm gonna start prepping my finger. So here's what my thumbs look like. I'm gonna take my file that I recommend. I'm gonna shape the side of it. Now, if I had a little bit more time, I actually would do a full-on manicure, especially if my cuticle is looking really rough. I've cut my nails down to a shorter length because I do like it shorter so it doesn't poke through the press-on. And then we're just gonna shape it. Now, because this is a square one, I'm just shaping as close to it as possible. I'm gonna get really close into like right where the cuticle is. And the reason why I'm giving it like just a little tap on top is because I'm trying to create a little barrier on top so that when you put the press-on nail and the glue, it's gonna absorb right in. If you don't rough up the top of the nail bed, I do notice that it does pop off a lot faster. So ever since I figured out this tip, I actually noticed it will stay on 3 to 4 weeks. So again, I'm just giving a little tap on top, light file. Also, this takes away all the oil and any grease or anything that might have sat on my nails for a while. Now at this point, I'm gonna go and wash my thumb, and then we're gonna dehydrate it with some alcohol. The reason why you wanna dehydrate is you wanna remove any type of soap, oil, natural oil that's on our skin, because if you put glue on oil, it's gonna slip and your press-on is gonna lift a lot faster. Okay, so as you can see, the nail is really nice and clean. I transfer some alcohol into a nice little spray bottle. It makes life a lot easier when you're doing press-on. So I'm just gonna give it a good spray, let it dry off, and then we'll apply the glue on. Now during this time, while you're dehydrating your nails and cleaning it out with alcohol, this is when you'll need the cuticle trimmer. Anytime you see a little bit of cuticle sticking out or it's looking a little funky, just clean it off. You want it to look as beautiful as possible before you apply that press-on. You'll know when your nail is completely dry and dehydrated when it looks a little bit dried out, and then that's when we're gonna apply our glue. So at this time, my thumb is at a number 2. It's always been a number 2. I got this set in a shorter version instead of long because I want the white to last as long as possible. But now that I've taken out of the kit, you could kind of see that it's a lot thicker than your typical press-on, only at the tip though. So the first thing I'm gonna do is take the nail itself and just lightly fit it to my nails. Now that I know it fits perfectly, I'm just gonna use it to push my cuticle back. If you're not comfortable with doing it with this technique and you're scared your press-on is gonna break, buy a cuticle pusher and lightly push your cuticle back before you apply the press-on, because it'll make it look a lot more beautiful. It'll also stop it from lifting also, especially if you could get it really nicely under the cuticle. You never want to glue it on top, right on the edge, because at any time it will yank onto your hair. So underneath is gonna give it as most beautiful natural look. Then at this time, I'll look at it, and looking straight, you could tell that it's perfectly square. You never want to apply it as a little bit crooked. So I like to eyeball it first, and once I see that it applies on really beautifully, then I'm gonna apply the glue. Now you have 2 ways. Some people like to apply on the press-on. I don't like that because it spills onto my cuticle and onto my skin. I like to do right onto the nail bed. This is a really nice thick glue, so 1 drop, a good amount of size. If your nails lift really easily, I highly recommend putting a little bit extra glue, but don't apply the nail on right away. Give it a minute to oxidize. So I feel like that gave it a really nice coat. Now for the viewers out there who really do struggle with your nail lifting really fast, it is very important that during this process that you file it really nicely and even rough it up a little bit more than naturally, like a light thin. Go a little bit deeper. It's not gonna damage your nails and you're not gonna feel any pain. Also, avoid any type of lotion, soap. Dehydrate your nails with the alcohol and let it dry completely before you apply your press-on, and you'll see that it'll stay on a lot longer. So we're gonna grab the press-on, and again, I like to go right underneath. Hope you guys can see that. Right underneath the cuticle. Then I lightly just tap just so I could get a good grip. It looks straight, and this is when I'm gonna really press on good. The good thing about the French is you can see where the glue is on top lightly. So I like to press from the end first, get it really good and get all the air bubble out. Go to the other end, and then I'll work on the tip. And that's when I'll hold for a couple seconds. I like right away about this set is that they did the French part really nice and white and thick, but also this area of the natural bed, they made it with a tint of pink, so it looks more natural, and also you won't see the glue through it. It actually looks like a real acrylic full set. So it looks really nice and straight, and this is what it looks like up close. As you can see, it honestly, you don't really see the glue through it because they did this area so natural and lightly pink, and they did the white really nice and bold, so your eyes pulls towards the white automatically. So now that you can see how simple it is, I'm gonna repeat it to the rest of my hands, and I'll show you guys what it looks like, and I'll even let you guys know if this set is gonna hold up to the test. So it's been 2.5 weeks and the set is still on beautifully. If you guys want more of an in-depth video and a slower version to apply these on, I'd love to do that for you guys. So just comment down below. Throughout this whole month, I'm gonna be trying on a couple more different types of the acrylic, not necessarily French, but I'm gonna see if there's more acrylic version out there just to see the quality of it. I just wanted to thank you guys for just recommending things to me. It's been very exciting just to read the comment and see like what you guys are interested in, and some of the stuff like here, I pass by it every day and didn't even think to try it. So thank you, Tori, for this, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. 2.5 weeks, you guys. This thing will last me 4 weeks. There's not going to be an issue. The white part at 2.5 weeks is still sitting on perfect. The shape is, so I have no concern. Go out there and give it a try, you guys. It's such a beautiful set. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.